Hello YouTube fans, here again. And I've been away for a bit, but I thought I'll talk to you, the YouTubers out there. So at the moment, keeping busy, doing things at work, and thinking of things to do on the way. Things to do on the way. The only thing I'm not happy about is this fucking thing. Yeah, I see that fucking horrible ulcer there, but hopefully it will go. Fingers crossed. So I'm going to compete with Dog Farther Marathon being the third one, which will be a rant. And I'm going to think of other movies I can do. And I'm also going to be following my tests, meaning what people want me to talk about, whether it's films, whether it's politics, whether it's programs, or whatever. Whatever. So at the moment, I have to say the bags under my eyes are now going. Remember them horrible bags I had under my eyes? They're now going. Beautiful. And I'm also thinking of doing other stuff, other topics. So if there's anything people want me to talk about, let me know. If there's any retests, let me know. If there's a nice pretty thumbs up, that'd be beautiful. And if I've not had a beautiful sub there, press that magic button. So at the moment, yeah, I'm going to keep busy. Now, someone's asked me about what to think of Doctor Who. To see where a man's kissing a man. Well, for one, I'm not homonistic. I don't care if someone's gay, whether they're straight, whether they're bisexual. I don't judge a person's race, gene, colour, or anything. I don't distinct. I never do discriminate. But in all fairness, the show is for a younger audience, right? And there's always been that debate, it's for kids. But, and I will still say, but, they've always had shocking moments in Doctor Who. Always had. Think about it, even the days of Ian Martner, they had shocking moments where fucking Ian Martin left his granddaughter in the future in one of the episodes, the one with the Daleks. Then they had a few episodes where they were socking and fighting. In the days of Patsy Charlton, had horror moments. You had Tom Purty had horror moments and scary moments. Even the days of Peter Davison, where one of his assistants got killed. He was only a young lad. He was in the very later ones of John Baker's, and they killed Etwit off. He was like a young lad. He was only a kid. So they always had that debate. Even the later ones of fucking Joey Bacon had adult moments. But yeah, I felt a die, kissing a die, even though the news is exaggerated it. We don't need this fucking gender shit. I watch Doctor Who or sci-fi or anything to be entertained. I don't give a shit about sexuality and gender and all this fucking shit being post in your face. In all fairness, Doctor Who is for a younger audience. You don't need this fucking gender shit. Oh wow, they changed Doctor Who and they changed his race. I didn't give a shit. Never have done. Last time they changed Doctor Who to a woman. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint people here, but in all fairness, they thought of that idea, right, in the early 80s. In 1984, when Peter Davison left Doctor Who, they had an idea of having a woman Doctor Who. They had an idea of having a female Doctor Who even then, but the idea got altered and instead Joey Bacon got the role. When Joey Bacon was going to get the sack by our wonderful BBC, I don't know how it is, they had the idea of having a woman then, and it got scrapped. They even had ideas of bringing back Patsy Charlton, but as we all know, he sadly passed away in the late 80s, so that never got done. So they've always had the idea like that, so it was never anything new. They changed the sex instead of it being a fucking man. He's now hasn't got a dick, it's a woman. Why did they fucking do that? Now they've changed the race. But I'm sick of this gender shit in films. I'm sick of this gender shit in programs being stuffed in your fucking face each day. Change the race, we'll have a woman, let's have women lip. I'm sick of it. I want something for entertainment. I don't need this fucking throwing gender shit in your fucking face and all this fucking political shit slammed in the fucking show. It's supposed to be for a fucking longer audience. So that's what I think of it. But I've never watched Doctor Who for this. I think it went downhill. I'm sorry, but I think it went downhill. the times where I would say, right, I judge the days of Steve Matoy. I never rated Steve Matoy, but looking at the later ones now, I actually don't on Steve Matoy. I like the fact that he can blag and talk his way out of any situation. But sadly to say, it wasn't Star Wars, and they took it off air, and they cheapened the budget. So that was no fault of the ones in the late 80s. It was fault of the BBC being fucking knobheads. But now this gender shit, I don't need it. It's like, I don't need debuting endos and fucking women lip and fucking exchange the race of Doctor Who. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. But mind you, I don't mind the way they've done the TARDIS. I've got to admit, I like the TARDIS. I hated the way it looked when they altered it. I don't know why they altered the TARDIS. In the late 70s and early 80s to the late 80s, I loved the way the TARDIS looks. Yeah, I know it's set in real life, but I loved the design of the TARDIS. I can see why they kept it like that in the late 70s to the late 80s. They had it beautiful. They had it spot on. Then when they redid the soul, they made the fucking TARDIS look like a big fucking turd. It looked fucking horrible. Look disgusting. So I do admit I like the way they've done the TARDIS now. That's one thing I will say is good about the soul, but I've never watched it since. Never had no desire to watch it. Watched some of the later ones, it wasn't me. I do admit the special effects are a lot better. There's still a little bit of shitty CGI, but sometimes it still has the other moments in it. But I was always into the older ones, you know. I've got them all on DVD, I'd be happy to sell them. I've got a mate, big Doctor Who fan, but me, it's one of them, you know what I mean? It's one of them. If it's on TV, I probably watch it. If it's not asked. I very rarely watch TV anyway. You know what I think of BBC? A bunch of fucking pedos. Jimmy Savile fans. Fuck BBC. I wouldn't give BBC me fucking money. I wouldn't give them my dime. Wouldn't give them fuck all. Fuck the BBC. But it is what it is. But anyway, so moving on from that, I thought I'd let people know that one. And yeah, I've been out, getting over my hangover. I went out last night, had a good one, had a good food couple of beers. So yeah, I'm going to keep this I'm going to keep doing me videos and my YouTube videos, talk about films and find things to do on the way. It's just now thinking, what do I talk about? When I think about it, I've been talking about a lot of things lately, lots. Someone wanted to know what I think about Donald Trump and President Biden. Well, here's one for people that says fucking Donald Trump shit and this. I looked on survey up, and biggest amount of people want to vote Donald Trump. Isn't it funny this fucking thing went to talk? But anyone wants to vote President Biden, and I see why. I can see why. Because he's a stupid, senile old fuck. You know what I think about President Biden. You know. Donald Trump put a border, has nothing to do with fucking race, but I get this racist shit to stop the Mexicans going across the border. Now, before people say I'm a racist, diseases. How do you know there's no one who's breaking into the border isn't a paedophile? Right? How do you know? How do you know they ain't got no diseases? How do you know they've not got no offences of rape? These are people what are coming across our border, well not our borders, they're coming across the borders of America. And how do you know you ain't got no fixins or anything when they're sneaking across? So he did it right. Donald Trump did it right when he put that border up. He did it for a reason. President Biden come up with the human fucking right shit and knocked it down, letting every fucking Mexican in, which I just said, how do you know they ain't got a sex offence, rape offence, evictions, any of that? How do you fucking know? He made kids wear fucking face masks when kids are more immune to the fucking illness being COVID, when we had all that madness. He made kids wear masks all day in school. He can't even make a fucking speech out blowing his words. I looked at his fucking speeches and fuck me, I might as well become the next president. Why not? I can do a better speech than this fucking old folder. Well, he blurs his fucking words. Blurs his words. He's a blooming buffoon. Donald Trump had balls. Balls, man. He had balls. Big fucking balls. Big ones. Big old fucking balls. This President Biden hasn't got no balls. He's got nothing to him. No, get up and fucking go. I wish he would fucking go. But yeah, hopefully Donald Trump will get him. But into them people, I'm going to keep talking about my films, talk about politics and things to come on the way. So into them. Be smart, be safe. See you later.